Now, as you may have seen on the 6 o'clock news, the brother of the murdered teenager Stephen Lawrence has made a complaint against the Met Police, saying he's been stopped and searched 25 times because he's black. The Met says it's taking the complaint seriously and is investigating. Chris Rogers' report now on the issue that just won't go away for the police force.
As Stuart Lawrence attended last year's trial of the men who murdered his brother, was he the victim of a long campaign of racial harassment by the Met Police? He claims he's been stopped and searched by officers 25 times over several years because he's black. It was the murder of his brother Stephen by a gang of racists and the failures of the Met Police in their original investigation that left Scotland Yard branded as institutionally racist by a public inquiry. On November the 16th, Stuart Lawrence tweeted, "Just been stopped by our nation's finest police, not." He claimed the officers told him they wanted to search his car because they had been naturally suspicious of him. Stuart Lawrence has lodged an official complaint to the police of racial harassment in connection with that particular incident in November. The family's lawyer says he's done it to highlight that racism is far from eradicated in the Met Police. In a statement, the Metropolitan Police say the complaint will be investigated thoroughly and speedily. They argue that stop and search is an important tool to combat crime if it's used professionally and fairly, and that officers are accountable for their actions.
They need to have individual, reasonable grounds that they can explain to somebody else and assess, and it can't just be appearance or dress or previous convictions. It must be things that they've seen or heard or information they've got.
But police can use powers known as Section 60 stops, where officers do not require suspicion of involvement in crime. Research from the Equality and Human Rights Commission show that the power is used most by the Metropolitan Police, and mainly to stop black suspects. There were 258,000 stops between 2008 and 2011.
I've been stopped countless amount of times. I couldn't even put a number to it.
Two 20-year-old university students are among those statistics.
But no justification deeply into why you've been stopped, really, and I feel it's bigger than that.
Have you got a criminal record? Are you up to no good when they stop you?
No, not at all. Like, one day I was just riding my bicycle and CID just pulled up, stopped me. "Oh, how you doing, mate?" Just stopped me, like.
And you've moved away from London, haven't you?
Yeah, to Cambridge, and I've come back and I'm still being stopped.
Stuart Lawrence's complaint has been referred to the Independent Police Complaints Commission. His very public accusation of racial harassment comes as the family prepare to mark the 20th anniversary of Stephen Lawrence's murder. Chris Rogers, BBC London News.